Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on today's show, let's open it up with the McLaren Senna GTR. Now we've talked about this in videos past, but I got some sad news if you wanted a vehicle that is the top of the tree to McLaren's road car technology. In fact, it's the most capable road car, at least I should say track car, McLaren has ever built. Maybe other than their Grand Prix cars. That being said, if you want to get your hands, grubby little mitts, on this particular machine, I'm sad to say that it's already too late. Every one of these machines has been spoken for, unless you're one of those special owners that's going to own this brand new track day monster. Next up on the list, well, the New York Auto Show just debuted the day of the taping of this program, and lots of cool stuff shown off at the New York Auto Show, including Nissan's brand new Altima for 2019. It's a very attractive automobile. The vehicle comes in base trim with a 2.5-liter four-cylinder with 188 horsepower and 180 pounds-feet of torque, and that is shifted exclusively through a CVT transmission. Now, this particular engine is the base engine for every vehicle inside of the lineup in their 3 trim levels. But if you jump up to the SR or to the Platinum Edition, it does come with an optional 2-liter VC turbocharged engine that makes 248 horsepower and 273 pounds-feet of torque. That is shifted to exclusively through a CVT transmission, and the vehicle is front-wheel drive, but there is an all-wheel drive option for this particular machine, not only in the Platinum and the SR trim, but also in the base trim as well, meaning that this will be a very capable car, especially around Motor Cars HQ, where you get a fair amount of inclement weather. This is also a pretty cool piece just for the sheer fact that you're thinking other than Subaru, there probably hasn't been another Japanese manufacturer in this category of automobile that is putting together a mass-produced all-wheel drive machine. Next up on the list, let's talk about some of the hot rods shown off at the New York Auto Show, including Audi's brand new Sportback that is known as the RS5. Yes, the RS5 Sportback means this thing is the top of the tree when it comes to the Audi 5 Series and Sportsback trim. This is a car for someone who still needs to shuffle around kids and family and whatnot, not to mention a little bit of space for your gear out back. This vehicle comes with a 2.9-liter twin-turbocharged V6, making 444 horsepower, 443 pounds-feet of torque. That is shifted exclusively through an 8-speed Triptronic automatic transmission. The vehicle obviously comes with Quattro all-wheel drive system, and it will be able to do 0 to 60 in just 3.9 seconds. In fact, they're saying that's in the worst conditions to do this particular run. In fact, in the best conditions, they got a best lap of 3.7 seconds, which is very quick indeed. Top speed is electronically limited to 155 miles an hour, unless you go with the Dynamic Plus pack, which will ramp up that mile an hour up to 174 miles an hour. No pricing or availability have been released as of yet, but we'll keep you in tune of what we hear. Maybe you're not wanting a big four-door saloon car. Maybe you're wanting a big SUV from the folks like Jaguar, who let the SVR group actually drizzle their goodness all over this machine. It now comes with a 5-liter supercharged V8, making 550 horsepower, 502 pounds-feet of torque. That is shifted exclusively through an 8-speed automatic transmission, and the vehicle is all-wheel drive. Not only did they put a big screaming lump in it, also you can tell from the front end of the vehicle, they've advanced the braking and the suspension on this thing, and the big massive air gaps in the front are helping in aiding with cooling of this machine, not only of the large supercharged engine, but also the braking system as well. This car is really ready for some track day magic. Now this vehicle, even though at the weight it actually comes in at, does 0 to 60 in just 4.1 seconds with a top speed of 176 miles an hour. No pricing or availability have been released as of yet for this machine, but we'll definitely keep you in tune when we know that information. Last up on the list, well, if you're a Netflix person, got a brand new car show. In fact, we're living in some grand times in automobile programming. There's so much car program on television. I tell you what, I don't even watch it all. There's a bunch of shows that I don't even see even a little bit. I can remember back when I was a kid, and listen, I'm an old man, so I should know this, that there was very little automobile programming that was on the old telly. In fact, there might have been 3 or 4 shows tops. They used to come on a week, and you really had to hunt. The times would change for those programs. They were really tricky to find. That being said, now we just live with a cornucopia of automobile programming. In fact, entire channels that they basically only do car programming. Not to mention the internet, you can really get overloaded on car programming. Now, back to Netflix. Because Netflix maybe didn't get their hands on what became the Grand Tour when Amazon Prime got this, don't think a Fastest Car is actually taking on the Grand Tour or even Top Gear. This particular program is a pretty interesting little show, as it's going to take sleeper cars, sleeper cars, cars that don't look fast but are very fast, and putting them up head to head with some of the greatest supercars on the planet in a drag race format on an old airfield. It's a pretty cool show. They're really going to get in depth with what the vehicles are going to be as far as the sleeper cars are concerned and the crazy owners of these machines. This show will be available on Netflix on April 6th of 2018, and they're going to throw up the entire season as one, so you can binge this thing to your heart's content till you get all the way through season 1. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiast. Don't forget to like us over on the Facebook page. Links down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time and get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.